Carmen Amigon. I'm the programs director for the Community Building Department with Community Housing Works. And I've been very fortunate to be working with the Crown Heights neighborhood group for many years now. And really our mission is to help individuals and neighborhoods move up in the world, however they define it. And as we began our work there, some of our staff met with their neighborhood group leaders. And we just asked them, what are some of the things that you feel that are important to the neighborhood to work on? And what came up for most of the parents is that they had a lot of concerns and issues regarding the transportation of their middle school children. So they wanted to find some sort of solutions. And so as we began to brainstorm, our philosophy is really to work with the residents. We believe that they're not only able to identify their own problems, but also being part of the solution. As all of their concerns started coming up, we asked them if they would be willing to research some of these things, because I didn't know, for a fact. So, or some of the parents sort of had a guesstimate of how long the distance was, what were the scary parts that the kids were walking, the dangers of crossing the railroad tracks, because the public transportation was going to start working in that regard. So we began that aspect of it. With the support of the staff, we took routes there. We started measuring the distance. We started weighing the backpacks that the kids were taking. Most of the kids were walking to school, expecting to get a breakfast at school. And so they were on an empty stomach, walking close to 3 miles. It was about 2.5 miles each way, very steep hills. And some of them, so that they wouldn't go that route, they were actually crossing some very bare fields. And so we took pictures. We started recording the distance. And with the help of our staff, Leticia Otto, we wound up also creating a PowerPoint. And they started really comprehending and being able to eloquently express all of their concerns. Soon after, we met with the city to see if they would partner with us, and we were telling them that what we wanted what our goals were, and that is to make sure that the kids were safely being transported to school, and we wanted them to be successful. Most of these kids were very low-income families who were really finding it hard to either pay their neighbors $30 a week or maybe putting food on the table. And we scheduled some meetings with superintendent. At that time was Ken Noonan, who was very open to hearing what we had to say and agreed to explore the possibilities of partnering with us and what the cost would be to at least cover the expenses of operating the bus. What was wonderful when we had a presentation actually where the actual residents did a presentation, a PowerPoint presentation that they led on with the school district. And we had the superintendent there, and Yolanda, which is Jose Luis's wife, brought in her son's backpack and brought it and put it on top of the table and asked Mr. Noonan, the superintendent at the time, to put that on or to pick it up. And he did, and he just started laughing, and he'll never forget that, because it was just probably 25 pounds, and this is something that the kids had to wear, to school every single day, back and forth. And for them to go on an empty stomach, it really created a visual that really impacted, I think, him. And I think we had won them over already. I think we did a good job with the residents of being able to not present a confrontational, but more of a partnership and what they were willing to give. So it was unique. It actually was a very unique neighborhood where parents were willing to volunteer, they were willing to contribute, and we had an amazing year. We were able to transport over 120 kids consistently, safely to school, and we were very fortunate that the next year, actually, funding was much healthier with the school district, that the parents were able to get funding for the transportation. And with the current economy, as we all are aware of, with the state and the impact that it had this last year also with the school district, actually, we came back to terms and said, do we want to do this again? and the parents were willing to do it. And it was very interesting because this last year, from their own learnings, they made some modifications, they made some changes. And instead of, the changes actually that they put into place was that they were expecting the parents or the youth to provide 2 hours of some sort of community enrichment hours. And at first we're going, I wonder if this is going to work. How is this going to work? And they decided that the alternative would be, you don't have to do it, but if you don't want to do it, then we'd like for you to contribute the equivalent of, I think it was $20. So you have that option. So the first month, I think we had more people that actually opted out. But as the months have gone by, we have had record numbers in neighborhood cleanups and volunteerism within the community, because everyone's giving 2 hours or more. And whether it's cleanups, whether it's helping out at the resource center, in a variety of ways. And so that was also a big success. And parents continue to volunteer. We continue to have the support from, the city's housing and neighborhood services, and of course our partner, which is the Oceanside School District. So, but once again, it's about believing that the residents can not only identify their own problem, but they can also be a solution to it. Maybe not alone, but in this case, it has been with a really strong sense of support from a variety of entities, and that has made this program a success.